Yo, yo, what up, what up? Steven, what's up, man? How you doing? We're just about to get started right now. How's everybody doing? Nice, nice. So, man, today, a lot went on today. I was working from home, and I had the opportunity to rework the cameras, set up the different angles, and also as well. Here, let me adjust this. See, look at this. The angles. There we go. This cable moved it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. No, I'm playing. So yeah, just working the angles and very excited to show you guys tonight these other angles. Let's take a peep. And also adjusted some of the lighting. So let's check it out. We got top view right there. We got the side. And this view right here. Woo! There you go. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. So I'll be able to play around with all three right here, you know. And then obviously we got myself right here back. So I talked about only using the three cameras, and then I got a fourth, and I'm like, yo, let me just use them all. What the heck? That's what I bought them for, you know. But it takes time to get everything going, all set up as far as the angle, the lighting. Like I noticed one had better lighting than the other and all that good stuff, you know. But I'm glad we're all here. And thank you for joining us right here. We're going to get into it. So as far as the model, I'm going to tell you guys right now what we need to do to it. So pretty much where we left off yesterday was we just need a couple more touches to this cart and it should be complete. Let's see here. So one of the final touches to get this car completed is obviously, I would say the easiest part would be the license plate. Waterslide decals to be applied to the license plate holders for the front and rear. Let me get the other one out, man. It's a little hard. What's going on? All right, there we go. We got the two right there. And the one that, I mean, it could be not difficult, but side view mirrors. There we go. I already cut one out. But that's it. Once that's all in place, I will, call this model done pretty much. Paint Maverick, what up, man? How you doing? Yo, check out the angles real quick, guys. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Then there's this one. The top one, the classic top view. Right there. Yeah, keep me posted of what you guys think about those right there. And also, I'll later do a video about what's behind me right here next to me, that little building right there. That's a building that I brought with me all the way from Spain right there. My homie David, shout outs to him. He made that for me. It's the little Scale Rider shop right there. Yeah, so let's see here. Let me put this away. All right. So obviously the easiest part, we're going to leave this to last. We don't want to get into this one right now just because, come on, it's going to be easy. We already have our water right here for the water slide decals. We also got some micro sole. I don't think I'll be using the sole. It's going to be more the set with anything. And then it got like a tiny little tray to put water in. All right. But before we get into that, and before we get into this too, what I wanted to do was kind of clean the model a bit because I know I've been touching it and everything. So I'm going to get Q-tip. I'm going to be using the Scratch X right here. It's a fine scratch and blemish remover. Let me set that right there. And then I also need a little towel. So a couple things. This is one that I use. This is a Hasegawa one that I just put in this little baggie. It's still a clean one. And after all that, I always, I even wrote it with the marker here, final polish wipe. And I put number 3 right there. So this company here, based out of California, Adams Polishes. One of my friends, Scott Scale Builds, recommended these to me. I ordered like a 3-pack, And this is what I use when I wipe down a lot of these cars. They're very soft, just like super, super plushy and soft. But way better than the microfiber towels right there. But yeah, I like these a lot. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Let's bust this out. We'll do the roof. We'll start with the roof first. Oh, let me lay down this down here just so I don't, get this little thing dirty. We're going to open this little piece up. Let me see. Can you see it here? No, let's do the top view better. I want you guys to really see what's going on. But let me shake this thing, because sometimes this stuff could be all on one side. Let's open it up. What I like about these bottles here is with the Q-tip, you just barely squeeze and watch. You're gonna see this come out right there, and then you just barely get like a small little amount. You really don't need a lot. All right. And the reason why you shake it is sometimes whatever they use in here it separates. You don't want it pouring out all watery or whatever. So now I'm gonna put some of this stuff right above the roof right here. There you go. There you see it right there. So the model's already been wet sanded and all that stuff. Already did all that with the little wheels and all that, my Dremel. And this is just for like if I applied any little scratches that it's gonna remove, So obviously it's not shiny no more. It's getting nice and dull, and you're like, oh dude, come on, bro. What's going on, dog? If I had the wheel, well, yeah, I go back and forth and all that good stuff, but I don't have the wheel in front of me right now. But if you guys have questions regarding though, I do have videos on that, like how to do it. All right, cool. So all that stuff's in there. Okay. See that it changed color? Nope, still. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna use this little piece right here. I'll show you the packaging for this in a bit. See, nice and clean. All right, and I'm gonna use a little corner of this right here. And then I'm just gonna wipe it. And as I wipe it, at first it was a little rough because you're collecting somewhat of that gunk. All that stuff's right there. You can barely see it. And then the shine starts to come out. And we're back. So now as far as this top part of this roof, it's pretty clean now. And it feels smooth. Let's get around the edges. So now that I did that with this, okay. So now let me lay this down. I know I use this corner. Let me bust out the Adams polishes sheet. And then kind of the same thing, get like a little corner right here. And then I'm just gonna wipe it. Like if there's any excess, I was gonna say excess amount that's in there. Yeah, this is smooth now. I can feel it. Yeah, there's nothing. All right, cool. And let's take a look, and you can see the light right there. Let me see. Can you see myself? Oh yeah, you can see my reflection right there. No. All right, cool. So then I'm gonna do the same for here right now. So a lot of the times, these big areas here, a little bit on the sides, not too much, just a little bit, because that's what it's gonna shine, when you bring it out to a show. Let's see here. Yeah, one thing that I really want to get though for my displays for when I come out to the model shows is the lights, because Armando Flores, he when we went to Acme, he had like light setup and everything. I wasn't even gonna take a turntable or nothing. He was all set. He was there to like present his stuff and showcase it just from all the years of presenting. And I was like, I was just excited I was going. I really wasn't planning on like doing all that, but then he's like, dude, bring the turntable, bring this. And then he's like, do you have any lights or anything for your stuff? And I'm like, nah. And he told me, yeah, you should get some. And then once he was there, I started seeing what he was doing. I was like, oh man. And I looked at his car and I was like, dude, like that definitely is showcasing everything, all the effects, everything that you're adding on there. It was crazy. And I was like, oh man. And then I saw a couple other cars, or more than a couple, but I started seeing more models that had that too. And I was like, damn man, I need to get on that. All right. What up, Leon? How you doing, man? Hell yeah, thank you for joining. I'm just applying some Meguiar's Scratch X to the clear, just to clean it up a bit before I'm gonna drill out these things right here. See, like right now I could freely like be doing this and not worry about knocking them out or whatever. But then once they're on, I gotta be like very, very careful about that, All right, cool. Yeah, this feels like already got a lot. It got all off. Now let's get the other. Let me lay this down like this. Let's wipe this one down just to make sure everything's off. All right, cool. All right, so I'm only gonna do I just wanted to demo that and this. I could do the rest later. It's nothing crazy, but yeah, this is it right here, dude. They have this at pretty much any automotive store. This piece right here. This takes out all the little tiny small scratches on there. So let's move this one out of the way as well. Let's see here. Let's get this one out too. So then the instructions, that was one thing I was gonna need too for this. I just want to make sure everything is good to go as far as the rear view mirror goes right here. And these things are small. Okay, so this is the one that goes here on this side right there. Beep. So I'm most likely gonna have to drill that out right there just to make sure that everything's good right here. And then on that side, yeah, I just put too much. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that the clear was gonna get to it, and there was gonna be just a lot that was gonna go in there. And let's see, I'm gonna need my pin vise for this for sure. Turn it up. This is just my little tiny portable, I guess little toolbox for the bench right here, because everything else is on the other one. And later I'll make some room. I'll probably once I get I think like a better table next to me, I'll be able to set up that piece with all the tools, because it's kind of heavy and I don't want to just put it in the middle of the table, because I'm just using like a little fold out table as like an assistant right here on the side. So for whenever, whatever I'm going to present, it's like right there. All right, so let me scoot over here to this side right here, and let's take a look. I have to check it out. All right, so let's see. So it's going to be right here on this side. All right, let's try the 7 in the middle. Let's see, double check it. Here, I'm just going to touch the area just to make sure that if I need to go smaller, I'll go smaller. Yeah, this seems to be it right here. Here, I'm gonna try to do it with my hand. A bit better control. I'm putting some pressure too as I'm twisting it. I'm just going real slow. I don't want to overdo it. I'm just doing it this way because I really want to sink that thing in there, like get it in there. I did something like this back then to Skyline, and the mirrors, when they were like this in the front, I knew they were gonna fall at some point. So I ended up drilling into the body, and then yeah, once I attached them, I was like, all right, cool, they're good. They're not coming off no more. All right. I don't know if you guys could see that now. Starting to expose the styrene. Or, I already broke through the clear, through the paint. I'm just going careful because I don't want to overdo it. Okay, now it's time for the pin vise. Now that I make my incision right there. Insert it into the slot right here. Let me, I think I might be able to go 50. One more. There we go. All right, let's see. So you guys can see here. Angle it, angle straight. There we go. The cool little pin mice. There we go. We're in. We made it into the vault. Nah. All right. We're going to do the same for the other side. Take this off. Just to be a little careful. Just so we could just start like the incision right there. So you can't really tell right now, but let's see. Are we in right there? Just a tiny little hole. Like really tiny. Barely tell. All right. Let's go on this one now. Yep, but man, this month's flying by, guys. It's a trip. I think when I finish this up later tonight, I'm gonna come back and look at the Corvair just to see what I need to do to it, like where I left off. I feel kind of bad that I just kind of stopped on that project. I didn't really finish it, I kind of, oh, there we go. We already went through like that. Bam, it got shanked right there. Look at that. Here, let's set this down. It looks kind of cool. What happened? Hey, fool, that's my dog. My dog. My car. My dog. Dang, got jacked up right there. Boom. Right there. Now we're good. Let's take it off. Let's take it off. There we go. Like nothing happened. All right. Let's clean this bit. All right, let's put this back right here. Put these right here. So these are by God Hand. These are pretty cool. And then this is also a God Hand little pin vise right there. All right, let's see the mirror. See if this is how this is gonna apply to it, because it still feels. You guys hear that? Hey, be quiet out there. No, someone walking by. Okay, so I'm gonna get my hobby knife. I'm gonna have to make this a little smaller, just because this is pretty big. This little square. I just gotta shave some of the sides to kind of line it up. Turn it. I really don't want to touch the chrome because it's really nice and shiny. Here, let me grab a piece of tape and I'll apply it on there, because I feel like I'm gonna be handling it and I'm gonna end up jacking it up. Like when I apply it, I'll be like, "Yay, what happened, bro? Messed it up." It's like the best part is that. Nah. Let's see. So I'll just put it like that, so I don't have to be touching that part all the time. There. Yeah, I have this thing like pretty close to my face. My elbow's on the table. I feel comfortable though, and I can see the screen, so I'm pretty happy with the way it looks right now. Let's go slow right here though. Yeah, if I get quiet, it's just because I'm like concentrating, or I'm taking a breath or something. I'm kind of zoned in to what I'm doing. Okay, let's see this side. I'm trying to make it smaller, kind of pointy, so this way, when I insert it inside that little hole that I created, it'll just start to slide in there, and then we could apply it and glue it. I want to do like a test fit, obviously, before we move forward. Just gotta be careful when I move this thing, because if I break that little piece, man, then plan B would be like I'd have to drill in here like a little piece of wire, a little rod piece. Okay, I see. I need to cut it a little more, just a little more. And put the model to the side instead of underneath. What if the knife falls? I'm putting my fingers really close, even like right here, to the blade, kind of as a support, because I know that if I just go like this and I start striking down, I'm gonna end up just ripping right through this thing. And I'm not gonna cut myself or nothing like that. Like, I normally do this pretty often like this, just like very, very careful on kind of little things. But this is it, guys. This is modeling right here. For those of you who are watching this who've never know what it is or what, this is what it's all about. It's about trying to figure out how you want to make it happen. And this is the stuff that we spend hours by ourselves in our rooms or studios or whatever, garage, anywhere, just working and, you know, kind of escaping from everything, right? You're off of work. You're by yourself, no friends, no nothing. Just do this, and that's it. All right, let's see. I think I might have to go one more size on the drill bit. Let me see, because there's only going to be so much that I could cut in that in the stem right there. Let's see, number 8. All right, number 8. Let's find out. This is a 0.8. So we're just gonna twist it slowly because we're pretty much gonna be making this a little bit bigger now. There we go. It's in. Now let's reverse carefully. Twist it back, reverse. All right, it's clean. Next one. Let's go forward. Okay. Both sides are done with the 8. But let me put the little piece back into its box because I don't want this thing rolling around. All right, sealed up. Back in its little house. All right, let's go back in here. Let me do a little test fit. Almost. Okay. Let me just get a little bit more. Let's see. It's supposed to rain over here too. I think starting later tonight, we're expecting rains for like, I don't know, the next maybe like 4 days. It's supposed to be raining a lot. Hopefully I'm able to stream. You know, I don't know how much the water will affect the sound, but if it's there, it's going to be there, you know, in the background, hitting the roof. The roof of the spot right here. Okay. Let's see what's up now. There we go. Got it on there. All right, let's take it off slowly. Let's put the tape right here. And we're going to do a test fit without the tape so you guys could see what's going on. I'm not going to glue it right now. I'm going to do the other side. Once both sides are test fitted, then we're going to glue it. But for now, all right, cool. So here, let me do this. Let me turn this. I think that's how it goes. Here, let me put it on the table, get a better angle for you guys. Right there. Check it out. Right there. I'll turn it right now, but that's the way it's supposed to go. Here's the front view of it. Right there. Oh, come on, camera. All right, cool. I was probably too close. That's how it's supposed to be, like that, lined up. Let's turn it more. And that's kind of what the driver sees. Or the passenger, and the driver's on the other side. So, all right, cool. So let's take this off. Let's be a little careful here. Bam, bam. All right, cool. So the same with this. It's going to be glued with white glue. I'm not going to be using CA glue, nothing like that for this. I just don't want to. Um, it's a chrome piece. I know I could use the gold and all that, but lately I've been rocking with the crystal clear. All right, so one thing, guys, look, check it out. This piece, how it's attached, right? It's attached to this tree right here, chrome tree, and look at how it curves and then it drops down, right? And that little square where it drops down, that's what we want. So the way I cut this, I don't just get really close right now, like, well, bam, like cut it all close. I like to cut it from far. So let's say like, here, let me show you guys. See if I can show you like this, doing it the wrong way. All right. Like right there, right? So let's cut that right there. So when I cut that off, I still have a bottom piece left right here, like a chunk, right? This is just to separate. I don't want this no more, right? So now right here, when I cut this, I gotta be careful and not just cut it straight. Like I need to start to manipulate it and start to cut because I want that little square. Because I know if I cut it right here, it's gonna take off a chunk of it. So let's see here. See, I'm cutting little bits off of it, off of that little, look like a little ball or something. Here, let me give you an update how it looks so far. It still has a little bit more. Man, it's hard to see because it's so small. And let me see here. All right, we got that out. I'm just cleaning it up right now. All right, let's see. Cool. Okay. So kind of the same deal. I gotta make that little square now a little bit smaller, trimming out some of the edges. I'll check the chat in a little bit right now, guys. Once I kind of scrape some of this off. Let me get that tape again before I forget. Let's cover up the chrome. I don't want to be jacking it up with my fingers. It's not that I have sweaty hands or anything like that, but you know, after a while, like I'm touching so many different things. I don't want to jack up that chrome piece right there. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're moving on to this side. Also, let's see. So tomorrow, man, tomorrow's Friday. I had seen something online that I guess this weekend we're supposed to be some NHRA finals in Pomona. And I was like, what? I was like, dang, maybe I'll go. Because it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the weather's not going to be good. So I don't know. Maybe they postponed it. Maybe it's not happening. Maybe, obviously they know from ahead of time. It's not like from one day to the next. You know what? Show's canceled. Nah, I'm sure they probably tell people. Or maybe rain or shine. I don't know. But I would assume, they'll probably wait until the weather's great. Okay. So let's go ahead and try the test fit for this side. Let's see if it fits. Close, but not close. Almost. We're getting there. All this blowing. Like I'm shadow boxing or something. All right, cool. Cool. Mm-hmm. Almost. Yeah, it's a trip when you look at the instructions because it just shows you putting the like the side view mirror like it says just put it here, and it looks like it just literally just goes on top. Oh, almost there. And I'm like, dude, there's no way that that thing's gonna fit. Like, I mean, it'll fit, but it's gonna break off, like easy. Or it's gonna be one of those things like you glue it, and as you leave it drying, it's gonna like tilt, you know? Okay. Let's see now. At least like this, there's a little peg, goes inside, you glue it, and you can line it up a bit better, you know? It won't be as bad as having nothing and just tossing it in there. Is this it? What's going on? I feel like there's like a little bit of resistance in here. Here, let me bust out that 8 again. I know I got in there, but still, let's check it out. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. What's up, Juan? Juan Amesqua. Saw your name pop up. What up, dog? What's up, brother? Right here, just working on this. Ah, no way. Dang, don't tell me. It happened. My worst fear. That little piece broke. Uh-oh, what do we do, dog? See, it's right here. This tiny little peg. Probably can't even see it. So tiny. Broke off. It's all good. I'm gonna have to bust out the wire then. Damn. All right. Let's see. Emergency. Okay. Let me see. Let me think. Where do I have my wire? Where I keep it? That's the only thing I gotta remember where I kept it. I don't have a little. Oh, I think it's in one of the trays. Hang on, I'll be back. Let me go look for it real quick. Hang on, because we're gonna have to do this. Let's see. Let's find this little thing. Man, the nightmare. It begins. All right, let's see. Yo, OmniWorks, what's up, man? Let me see. I'm trying to find this wire. If it's not in here, I think I'm gonna have to compromise and open up something else. Oh, here it is. The wire. This is what I need. I just need a little piece. That's crazy. It was just right there. I didn't even see it. Everything was all transparent. All right. So I won't need this no more. I just need to get my... so I got the drill bits. I got this. I just need to cut a little piece. I'll be back. The wire cutters. I see that, like a little piece like that. I'll put this away. All right, cool. It's just like my little box with a bunch of random little bits of stuff that I like to bust out with from time to time. So let's see. We need this one. We're gonna need that. Man, it sucks. It cut out. Let me see. Oh man. Yeah, man, it sucks, but it happens. It's all good. We'll figure it out right now. Most likely I'm gonna just have to create one right here. Let's see. Let me get the bottom. Let me clean this up on the bottom here. Yeah, it looks nice and flat. It's just a small little area to work with. Very small. All right. Cool. So then this is the wire piece that we need right here. Make sure it goes in there. Oh yeah, it goes. It slides right in there. And let's see. We're gonna see the size comparison. It'll probably have to be the smallest one, smallest piece. All right, cool. All right, look at this. You can't even see this thing. There you go. Let's put the model over here so nothing falls on it. All right. Let's get it. Now we got a drill in here, but we can't go like too far in because these are kind of angled. So let's see. If this is like this, it has to be up. Okay, dang. Even more tricky. And it's just a little bit what I need to drill in the middle. Just a small little piece. Yeah, it's going in. Cool. Okay. See what happens right here. Does it go in? Nope. Thing's too big. Let's try the next size. We'll keep going at it until we get that in there. All right. Yeah, but this is what happens at times. let's see now. Let's see what happens. See if it attaches at least. Okay, cool. See, it's at least holding it. Dope. Dope. All right, cool. At least we got it like that. So now we're gonna have to. Here, let me take off this tape now. It's getting annoying. So the wire, I don't think it's gonna be that long, you know. I'm gonna cut it again. But I'll do this. I'll put a piece of tape on the end that I'm gonna cut, so this way if it flies, at least the tape's on there. Let me do at least like more than half. Like right there is cool. Yeah, like right there. That right there is good. Right there. So the back part could fly out, whatever, but I always like to go like this, make a little fist, cut it, and then let's see. There it is. Fell down, but it's right here though. There you go. Got it on me. That thing keeps falling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of white glue on it and just get it in there. At least so it's attached and it starts to kind of dry in there. All right. Now I gotta go get it. Everything's all far away. All right, there it is. Cool. All right, so it's right here, right here. So let's do this better. Just get a little bit of white glue. And get this little part. There we go. That little piece right there. All right, we're gonna have to find it. There you go. Wiggle it a little bit. All right, cool. So it's attached on there. Bam. So let's see. Hopefully this works. Let's just let this one chill for a little bit right now, and we could just go ahead and glue the other one. So let's see. Let's put these back. So after this, we're gonna move on to the water slide decals, or maybe we could do that right now while these are kind of idling, waiting for that to dry. Then we got both bits right there. Put all this stuff away. I have the other piece of wire in here just in case if I need it. If something happens, we always can use that right there. Okay. All right. So the next piece, we need some water. Right here. Ooh, it looks nasty. But whatever. I don't need that much water. Or do I? Right there, cool. That little corner. Chill right there. All right. These little bad boys. Right here. Right in the front. Meow. Let's see right here. Let's make sure we clean this up right here before we actually put the plates on for the edges. Right here. Yeah, I can't even imagine the pressure people have when they stay up late, like the night before a show, like trying to add those final touches to their build when it's like, damn, that should have been done a long time ago. You know, I went through it one time, and man, that was that was super stressful. I was like, hell no, this sucks. But but yeah, you gotta. I guess you gotta go through it once in a while. Yeah, let's get these out right here. Didn't even cut it that good. Come on, Mom Blade, making me look bad. Oh, the cruise. Trying to read this thing. The Laurel Specialist. The Specialist. I throw that one in the white. Medalist. Medalist. All right, cool. All right, so let's get this ready. Let's get the show on the road. I remember a long time ago, I was getting back into model building. So, 2014, 2015. And I forgot how to put on slide decals. I hadn't done that in so long. Like, I completely forgot, and I remember I opened up the kit. I saw them in there. And then after a while, I was I go to the hobby store and I'm like, hey, I'm working on this model and it has water slide decals. How do you apply them again? Or what do I need? And instead of getting like the answer, right, as to like how to do it, it was more of like, what? You don't know how to put on water slide decals? And I was like, nah. He's like, are you serious? It's almost like the dude was pissed that I didn't know. And I was like, what the hell, I was reading all, I was like, dang, hater, what the hell? Putting me down, bro. And then I was like, nah, I don't, And he was like, well, and he started going down the thing and everything. Like, he was just making it overcomplicated. And I was just like, all right, man, cool. Thanks. And I was like, man, I ain't ever asking that fool anything, man, because he was tripping, And I don't know, like little things like that. I thought, man, that's whack, Like if someone ever asks you a question for something, I don't think that's the right response to be like, what? Like putting someone down or whatever. But yeah, every every time I do the water slide decals, I always think of that dude like saying that or whatever. Man, if I knew someone who knew how to draw cartoons, I'd probably do a little sketch out of that. But all right, let's go back. Let's see. So, we cut it out, put it in the water right here, get it nice and loose. Normally these take a little bit of time, but we'll get it out right now. Let's see. We're going to get the micro set. We're only going to need a little bit, not really that much, because it's a flat surface, so it's nothing too crazy. And then here, I'm going to dip this in here. Bam, right there. Put a little bit right there. It's weird how like you apply it and then it just like it shrinks, like it goes away, and you're like, what the? Where'd it go? All right, cool. So let's get this out now. And normally I have like a little brush or whatever, but a lot of times what I do, man, when they're this small, I just use my hands, my fingers like this. You see? And I start sliding it. Look at that. I was already just like, look, with my thumb just sliding it around. No big deal. And I just kind of put it there. I could still use the Q-tip that I used to dip it in there. And then, bam, get it in there. There we go. All right. Let's see. Hit my head on the mic. Let's see here. All right, cool. Let's see you can see it here. Oh no, you could barely see it here. Right now, let me see. Can I zoom in on this? On this action? Yeah, but it's all the way over there. All right, cool. So let's see. Let me take off this tape because it's what's holding the license plate right here. Yo, Kevin Smith, what's up? What's up? We're just chilling out right here. All right, let's roll out some of this little water. Let's get it out. If I need to move it, I can move it. I might actually need the micro sole for the edges to make that thing kind of wrap around it. So I think I'm gonna do. Dang, you don't know how to put waterside decals? What? Come on. I'm like, no, I don't. Come on, man. Sheesh. All right, I need another Q-tip. I'm gonna go grab that. All right, cool. Let's get a little bit of this good stuff. This magic stuff. Man, I don't think I've used any of this since the micro set one since when I was learning how to do the water. What is it? Carbon fiber. And I remember this stuff would just wrap on interesting little crevices and being like, damn, this stuff works good. Let's move it around till we kind of dial it in. Let's get it in there, kind of even, kind of. Doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. These edges are creeping in. They're rolling in. There you go. Bend back. So I'm using the wet side from one side and then the dry side from the other to kind of roll it back and forth a little bit and get some of that water out. And I think it should be good. I could hear an owl out there howling. I'm waiting for that rain. I need my car washed. All right, this one's done. Let's go to the next. All right, we're going to toss this little bad boy in here. So for waterside decals, you just dump it right in there. Want to make sure it gets submerged. Get it wet right there. And just let it chill for a while in the water. The water helps for it to lift out and separate from the sheet. All right, so this is the next one right here. Okay, we'll just lay this right here. Kind of a support, or else this thing's gonna be like dancing around everywhere, you know? And I don't want that to happen. Let's see how this is going over here. Let's see. All right, let's check it out. Let's see if I can move it with my hand. Oh, it's not moving, so it needs more water. More water. Right there. Now let's get the set. So I'm separating the Q-tips. This is the one already used on the set. So I put it somewhere else. Put it in the corner of the edge just so I don't kind of cross-contaminate or whatever. And then this one here is for the microsole for later, not for right now. So I ordered a bunch of magazines today, actually, from well, they're the Scale Auto contest issues, because I saw a couple of people on Instagram post that they got theirs at Barnes and Nobles and all that good stuff, and there was some of my friends that were on those mags from the contest, and I was like, oh dang, I got to get that. So one day I went to the Barnes and Nobles. There's not one here close to my house, but I was in a different city driving through. I was like, oh, let me check it out. They didn't have any, like, at all. It was more like just other genre of hobby stuff, but there was nothing for car. And I was like, man, what am I doing? Am I really gonna be driving around everywhere trying to hunt down this magazine? You know? And when I came home, I looked through my stash of contest issues from Scale Auto when they were active under that name, and I only had from like 2015 up to 2019. Those are all the years I had, like, just through that run, from 15 all the way up through 19. And I talked to my friend, and my friend told me, oh, you just order it from their website at Fine Scale Modeler. I'm like, what? So I went on the website and I found all the issues, like the missing ones. The cool thing is they still had issue, like the contest ones. They still had from like 20. I think they had like 2015 and up, but I needed 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, and the newest one, 25. So I ended up putting in that order, and I ordered all those issues. So I'll be getting those in later. I'll let you guys know when I get them in. I'll do like just a quick little like unboxing, like this is what came in. And then later I'll decide, in the future, like which one. Obviously, if I start doing a preview on those, it's going to be starting from 2015. Unless if I get my hands on some of the older ones, I might just wait and start from whatever I could get my hands on. But if not, then the 2015 is where it's going to start going forward to now. And it's crazy because back then I used to look at those for inspiration, and I didn't know a lot of those people. And now as time has passed, now I'm like, oh, wow, I know this guy. I know this guy. So it's kind of cool. Like now seeing like some of your friends' stuff in there and the names, you start to recognize the names in there. And I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. you know. All right, so this seems kind of chill. All right, let's see. I think we're just gonna leave this like this for now. Now we can move on to the side view. Or we could take a little break. How about that? I think we deserve a little break from like a water break or something. Sweet. Let's see. Oh, up. Let me back up. Sorry guys. So we got those two right there chilling. Now we got the two side view mirrors right there chilling as well. And we're going to see what else we're going to be getting into. So instructions, I don't think, obviously, we're going to be needing these anymore. I mean, everything else, it's kind of pretty straightforward. We kind of already put everything in there. And here, let me grab my water. Hang on. All right, cool. Man. Yep, that tastes good right there. All right, cool. Let's see. Let me check you guys out on the chat right here. Let me scroll up. See what I missed out on. Let's see here. Let's see. OmniWorks. I like using the metal plates that Aoshima has. Yeah, those are cool. You know what, bro? I think I might have them, but also with this build, I'm trying to just use like whatever it came with, you know? But yeah, because then you could even like bend them and do all that cool stuff. Give a cool little design right there. That's pretty dope. Let's see. Gotta have good eyes to use fender mirrors. Count me out. And then do you put decal set in your water? I don't. I normally just put water in there, and the micro set, I just keep it separate. I'll grab a little bit, you know, and I'll just apply it to the area right there, and just kind of go right there, you know, like keeping it separate. I never thought about it like that. I remember a long time ago, I can't remember which brand it was, but I ended up putting, I think I put water, and then something happened where I think a little bit of that, I think I put micro set on the piece, and it wasn't working or something, so I put it back in the water, so now some of it got on there, and I think it became too hot because then the decal like curled up, like it got all wonky and ended up tearing. Let's see. STS recommends it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't done it. All right, cool. Let me go back. Yeah, I'm really excited to get those contest issues from Scale Auto. I'm like hyped. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get those because I've been wanting to complete that contest series. It's been a minute, you know. And I almost thought that they weren't gonna put anything out when it was during the pandemic. I thought, oh, you know, nothing's coming, and they did. I remember they did, but for some reason I thought they didn't. I thought in my mind like, oh no, they probably didn't put anything out, but they sure did. All right, cool. So let's go back to the car. Let's see here. Switch this up. Yeah, these are still shaping up. Here, let me. Push some of the water out. I think there's still some in there. Okay, this one feels flat. All right. Oh, what the heck? It kind of lifted. Uh-oh. It's getting weird. Uh-oh. What the hell happened? Why'd it get all weird like that? Here. It got like sticky. Well, kind of. Some of the, there we go. We recovered it. I was like, what's going on, man? Okay. So that one's there. Oh, yeah, this one actually, this is gonna go in the back because this one actually looks a lot nicer than the front one. I think this one should be in the back. Would look a lot better. You have that right there. Boom, right there. All right. So let's see. Trying to think of something real quick. Let's put a little bit of the white glue in the back, and we'll let that kind of chill there for a little bit, and then we'll apply the license plate right there. Hey Juan, as far as the projects you're working on, are you doing the cartoon cars, or are you doing just the regular diecast, or are you working on some models? All right, cool. I think that should be a cool amount, not too much. All right, so we're gonna let that kind of chill there for a bit. Let me see if I can actually get another Q-tip. We're gonna try to do one of the sides. Right over here. That's cool right there. I don't need too much. Small amount, and I need to be careful. This one did fit. This was the first one that we did with the fit, and everything was fine. It was the second one that I might have been a bit more aggressive, and was just kind of, I guess, maybe rushing it, who knows, but ended up breaking it, and I was like, it happened, snapped. Man, this one kind of makes me feel like the same thing's gonna happen at this side. Trying to get it in there. I might have to do the same for this side, because I don't know, for some reason it doesn't seem flush, like it's making contact with the body. Like there's like a little gap or something. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see this one. This peep game on this one now. And then, oh yeah, this is already dry. Let's see. Let's slide this one in. See how well it does. Okay, cool. Yeah, as long as I kind of push it a little bit down like that, it should be fine. Let's go ahead and remove it. You get this knife too. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Let's apply some glue to now the other side. See what happens. Okay. Then we're gonna play the one with the rod. Yeah. I gotta just turn it. Let me see. All right. Now it's time to put that rear license plate. I'm just gonna drop it in there, and then we'll fix it. Let me get a little toothpick. Kind of center it. There we go. A little better. Poke down, make contact. Poke down, make contact. I think this is centered right here. It's not gonna get more centered than that. There you go. Sweet. So that's done. Let's see these two buddies right here. These two up front. And just put it down. See, this one's kind of twisty. It feels like I have to turn it just a little bit. Just on with the wire. Throw all that stuff away. All right. Right there. It's the front. It's the back. The exhaust right there. Now, let's see. How's the front one gonna go? So I don't think it really showed a space for the front. I think just like that right here. It's supposed to just go like right there. But I almost feel like that's gonna just straight up fall. On that little patch right there. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. We'll put like a small amount of glue and just let that glue sit there for a bit, and then we'll try to see if something happens. All right, let's see. Let's touch it. I feel like I hear the water already coming down in the background. Yeah, I think I hear it. All right, let's see, guys. Let's check it out. There you go. I didn't put that much glue. I put a little bit, and it was already kind of sticky. That's good. Look at the back, right there at the bottom. See the glue right there? Seeping through just a little bit. I'll revisit it later. But, I don't know. I'm digging the car. I like it because it's not like what I'm used to building. You know, I'm used to building like, oh, I'm gonna do a custom, or I'm gonna do a lowrider. Oh, I'm gonna cut this off. Or I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be different. You know, I'm always kind of just trying to see like, oh, this hasn't been built, right? And this one, I don't know. I just kind of started falling in love with it. I was like, oh man, I really like this one. Something about it. Now it's done. So all I've got to do is just do some very minor cleanup with the build. Nothing too crazy. And let's see, let me wipe this down right here. Can you guys hear that? Oh, there we go. It went away. There was like sirens in the background. Right there. Boom. There's the back. Here, let me get the turntable actually. Let me clean it up. Do a little wipe down. Oh, it's too close. Maybe this side. There we go. There we go. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, later I'll try to get some more videos on it. It did come with other waterside decals. Let me see, where do these go? I might have to add these too. But where? These are probably for the side of the... I know for sure these are for the window. Maybe some of these were the interior ones that I didn't even add. But regardless, I think I'm pretty happy with the way it already looks. Let's see. Let me check. Oh, I see. Number 3. That goes on the grill. It's like a little emblem. We could do that. It's a tiny, tiny little emblem. Oh, definitely. We could rock number 3. Let's see. What else? Yeah, these are more like parts that go on the 6 and 9. Oh, that's dope. I could put number 9 like on the little rear view, like in the back. Is that like a crew though? Might be a crew. Let's see. And then 6 also goes in the back. 7. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like those because they actually go on the grill. Not the grill, like in the bumpers and all that stuff. So that's cool. Like on the chrome pieces. It's not on the actual paint. Let's see, medalist. Oh, let's just do it right now while we're here. Heck yeah. Nice. So yeah, we'll see. Yo, Lead City Customs, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Dang. Let's see. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the love. Right there. Just simply clean, man. Great job. Looking awesome. Looks killer. Bob. Time you finished, you should have changed those wheels over to wire. I know, right? Yeah, no, I was just trying to use everything from the kit, bro. That was, I think that was kind of the challenge, is like try my best. But now that I'm like looking at this sheet, I'm like, man, I need to cut some of these out and put them in there now. So we're just gonna go ahead and do it right now. Just might as well. Still, what time is it? It's pretty 10:20, so we still got some time. Got some time. So let me turn this off. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Man. All right, let's move this out of the way. We don't need that right there. Shee. Yeah, I'm like happy, man. I'm like stoked. I'm like, yeah, we got this one done. So let's see number 3. Man, it's a little decal. Let's see who's. Oh, my homie. Shooting me a text. Hit him up later. All right, cool. Let's cut this out. Let's see. So let me go ahead and start cutting this piece right here. Boom. Yeah, I was lagging it, man, with these builds. I gotta get on it. Come on, man. I think I need to put a new blade. I didn't even cut it that clean. All right, so I'm gonna bend it just so I know that this is the top right here. I'll bend this thing. And this is supposed to be one of the emblems in the top middle part of the grill right there. He's small. Then these are gonna go in the back. That's cool. Yeah, all 3 of these go in the back. This goes on the window, like in the middle area, right there. Let's see. And boom. All right. Let's see how if it moves. Will I need this stuff? Maybe I'll need the micro sole, perhaps. The sole. All right, we use this little Q-tip. This one's dry. All right, cool. Yeah, let me put a little bit on there. Just a T-bit of the sole. There. Just a quick little touch. Let's get this out now. Oh, of course. Freaking gets on my finger because it's so tiny. Let's see if I can apply it like this then. I did. It got on there. All right, cool. Let's move it around with this soul stuff. No, don't do that. Oh, there we go. Woof. I felt like it wanted to stick to the little Q-tip right there. It's so small. You have to be careful because it feels like it wants to come off. It's a little crooked. But I'll fix it right now. Slitting it. It's like anything that touches it, it wants to go with it. There we go. There. That's it. Man. I think that didn't want to stay. Here, let me see it. Let me see if I might have to push it down a little. Let me get. You know what? I'm actually gonna grab a little bit of micro soap with the Tamiya Q-tip because I know it's a lot harder, and there's no small little pieces of cotton loosening up and going getting everywhere. This one's actually pretty chill right here. Right there. That's it. That's it. Because then if I get too much, I get out of hand, and then it's not going to work. All right, cool. So let's put on the next one in the back. Number 8. What is number 8? Okay, the Nissan and then Laurel. Of course, that's going to go also on the chrome in the back right there. And then the other one in the black part's going to just go on the... So it says Medalist. Let's put the Medalist one. Medalist. Some keystones. That look pretty cool. What is this one here? All right, let's see. Damn, this one. Oh, there we go. I was like, man, does it not want to come off? Like, what the heck? Alright, I gotta have to get a little lower here. Oh, man, this feels a little awkward. There we go. Okay. Let's get in position now. Come on. Sorry. I was like trying to work this thing, but it wasn't moving. Now it's moving. There we go. Medalist. Cool. This little tiny little, it just says medalist. That's it. For the addition of the car. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. If I don't know if I'm gonna add these, but I think I'm good right there. Let's put all this stuff away. I want to look at the Corvair real quick. I kind of want to see where I left off on that, because I kind of just put it away. I didn't really. I just moved on. So let me set all this stuff aside over here. Get all this stuff out of the way. All right, so pretty much made it to the end right there with this car. Right there, boom. It's all chilling now. The struggles. Boom, right there. Starts hopping. Nah. Let's look at the back now. All right, cool. I'll move my hands out of the way. My hands up, hands out of the way. No. All right, let's set it over here now. All right, let's bust out the next piece. Oh, here it is. I was like, where'd the box go? Oh, uh-oh. Damn, I dropped the box. All right, so these are mostly all the parts to it. This one here is where we're gonna have the body. Body's gonna be in here. So let's take a look. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's see. This is it right here. See, we can see the ghost flames in the front and the side. Some flames right there too, and the glare. And, the front, then the rear. Okay, let me do side view of it. Oh, should have done this better. So that's that part right there. So I need to finish this one up, guys. This is the next one that I'm like, I just kind of stopped working on it. I'm going to look through everything. I'm not going to get cracking right now, you know, like let's stay up till 3 a.m. Nah. It's late. But I kind of dropped this right now in the box. And it was in there. I just need to get all the parts out, so I can see where I left off, what's going on. Let's check it out. All right. So the interior, here's the interior. Kind of the same, but we went a little hard in here with the candy. But there's going to be a little bit of flock that's going to cover that up. It's not going to even matter. Let's see the seats. I think this is how I had it set. I think. Can't remember. Oh, I remember what happened. I dropped this seat and I chipped the corner here. Look at that. I just need to airbrush it again and re-clear it, and I'll be good. And then these were going to go in here. So these are the seats. The front seats are different. They're more round, like little bucket swivel seat kind of thing. And then I put putty on the inside. I still need to hit these with the pearl color. They look weird right now, like it's all just silver. I also need to paint the face right here of the front console. This is already cleared and everything. It's just the front. So I'm gonna most likely hit it with pearl right there. A mix of like pearl with pink, so it kind of flows with like this kind of setup right there. So that way it's those seats and stuff. And I might have to scuff these up actually, just have a match so they're all uniformed in there. So when this is inside this, like right now it looks dark, right? But when it's in here and someone like if someone shines like light in there, like a lot of this flake that's inside, it's just gonna like dance for the most part. So let's see, there's that. Let's check. The bottom's just gonna be just straight black. Nothing special. Let me see. These were gonna be the wheels. These are my friend Casey sent me these wheels a long time ago, and I just felt like, you know what? These are gonna be the wheels for this car. And I repainted them to match pretty much like the same kind of color for the build, like the centers. So I just gotta make sure everything's cool on there. The other seat. I'm not opening engine, so I'm not needing any of that. Let's see here. Chrome parts, you know, as I go, I'll see what I'll need in chrome. Damn, this thing looks so shiny. Look at that. And let me see. I have some aftermarket stuff here. So this mesh, I was gonna use this for this back piece underneath. So I'm gonna cut a little strip and like kind of just tuck it in there. So that's what I have right here from KA Models. As far as let me see. I think I was actually gonna take one of these photo etch pieces for the front console. Look at this little sheet right here. I don't know which one yet. I think, let me see. Maybe it was the long one, but I was gonna. Oh no, it has to be a short one. Oh, I think I know which one. I was gonna do something where it's almost like, I don't know if it was this one. One of these is gonna go in here, pretty much. Or I don't know if it's gonna go over here in the middle, maybe. But one of these for the gauges is gonna go on here for the face. And then obviously either got the option in black or in transparent. But most likely in the black. It's gonna go in there. Saving this. And then this is what I'll be using for the rear. As far as for the tail lights and all that. So these are these red ones are the original tail lights from the kit, and then I'm using these little rings, HIQ parts that are gonna go on there. And I already flattened the back right there as much as possible, so this way the ring could just like somewhat attach onto it when I glue it. And then later, as time passed, I ended up finding this. Check these out. I believe they're in the color of pink as well. And they're round. These fit inside of this. It's pretty much that. I mean, these are used more for the Gundam mecha figures. And I figured, I might actually use this for the tail light. So we'll see. So you need, how many do you need for the back? It's 4. So I already have the set right here, pretty much. Saving all this. Let me see what else. Oh, these are the decals. I don't think I'm using any of this stuff. I'm just gonna keep them for the future. Yeah, like these are cool. Like the STPs are pretty dope. The Lucas, even the numbers look pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff right here that has future potential to keep. See, a lot of these parts I'm gonna hang on to. I'm not gonna use them, but you know, you can always do a custom or something. Like this looks pretty cool. Like this would be like the back part of a roof or something, you know. Like this would have fit right here. Like in case if I wanted to, if I would have widened that, but I didn't. You know, that's a nice custom piece. And then obviously the engine parts, things like this I'm not gonna use. Custom rear piece that would have been like like a different, you know, trunk. Didn't decide to use that. There's a boot if it was a convertible. Wait, I'm hanging on to these. Oh no, wait, these are actually the headlights. They're oh, so talking about the headlights. So check it out. Let me bust this out. Ah, what the heck? So there's one. Then there's this set. Okay. Watch, let's look at the chrome. Cause I remember I was gonna do something. Did I cut it out from this? Okay, let's see. The mock-up. Cause I don't think I was gonna use this regular front end, or at least the lights. I think what I was gonna do is I was gonna use, let's see, I don't know if it was like this. I remember doing like a little mock-up before. There we go. I think it was like that. I think I'm just guessing right now. I'm just kind of popping it in there. That. I think this one went on this side. There might be upside. Oh yeah, I think I'm putting them on the wrong way. I think this one went here. Oh man, how'd it go? I think it was like this. What is that? There we go. I'll get a better angle to show you guys. All right, hopefully it doesn't fall, but yeah, I'm gonna change the angle on the camera. But I was gonna use two different headlights like this. And I think one it was gonna be like the 2, and one was gonna be like a bigger one. But then I was gonna get tape and put like an X on the over it, kind of like a pirate, that pirate look or whatever. I wanted to do something like that to it. But in case I don't do the two different ones, then I might do the same, you know, on like the set. But then I'll still do the pirate thing. See, like this one here has both looking the same, right? But then I could put X's on each light of the bulb. I think that would look interesting. Let me see. Yeah, there's just a like a cool amount of like small little custom pieces that are fine, but like I said, I'm not gonna be using a lot of this stuff. Like this is cool, but for like a future build on something. These are just extra parts. All this stuff, extra. Oh, here's the other one. So until So I pretty much just have to build up the, finish up the interior, wrap all that up, put the mesh in the back, put the glass in, start already assembling like the rear chassis and all that stuff, and in the front, and pretty much that's it. I mean, there's really not much to do. All the work's been done there with the paint in the body. Already did a lot of that right there. Cool. Let's keep all this like this. So I always like to keep the body separate for the most part from the kit. Just I don't want stuff falling on it or like, scratching it or whatever. So that's going to be it for this Corvair. Now that I did a little walkthrough, I kind of have a good idea of what I need to do in order to do it, to get it done. So I will have to clear coat the car one last time. So I will be cleaning it up, and then that's it. Just give it a quick wash and then dry it and give it a clear coat. And then this car, the body would be ready to go. All I got to do is like sand it, wet sand it and all that good stuff, polish it up, and I should be good to go with that one right there. But let's see. But hey guys, I'm going to take off. It's already going to be 11. It's going to be late for me. Normally I go later, but I need to tidy up some stuff before I go to sleep and stuff, get ready for the next day and all that right there. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys are digging the new camera angles that we got going now. So the top view, this is more the above the bench when I'm working, so you guys can kind of see what's going on. And then we got the side view right here, the side profile, more of the showcase of the car chilling. And then this would be the other angle towards me. Right now, I backed up the camera as far as I could go at the moment, but I know I could get it further. I could probably even grab it and pull it towards me. It's in a stand right now that's attached to the table, but I know later I'm going to end up figuring something out, maybe like a little jig or something that I can actually place it where I could even just move it around in the table and get really close, because this angle is great. Like if I had 2 paint jars and I was going to mix paint or just do stuff or give like a tutorial of like, this is how you mix this paint or whatever, I feel like that can help a lot, and any of these really, even like this one, like right now I'm this close, I could back it up to here, like that's as far as I can go, and then turn on knob and boom, I'm right here. So yeah, little by little, things are somewhat coming together, building up here. So I love doing this. I love working on my builds, and hopefully it helps, anybody who's watching this. And, if you guys have questions or anything, just let me know and, kind of go from there. But I'm going to let you guys go, though. I hope you guys get some rest and enjoy your Friday. It's coming up, and the weekend. And be safe out there, because I know it's going to be raining in a lot of spots. I know you, Leon, you say it's raining over there as well. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be working from home tomorrow. I'm not driving anywhere or nothing. I'll be working from here. But as far as like the Corvair right now, my sights are on it now. Like I gotta wrap that up. Now that I kind of saw everything and I took that kind of a break away from it, now I have a pretty good idea of what I need to do, and let's get back into it. So, thank you guys. Yeah, we'll see what's up. But yeah, if you guys have questions too, like, regarding like, doing vids and stuff like that, let me know. I'll help you out. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Peace out. Peace out, Leon. OmniWorks. Let's see. Let me scroll up real quick. Lead City Customs. Juana Mesqua. Kevin Smith. Paint Maverick, and Steve Kessel. All right, guys. Later on. You guys have a good one. All right. Peace out. Later.